Okay, everybody ready? Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here. We're originally scheduled today to talk about my support for law enforcement and actually a little bit about my background in law enforcement, because one of the things that I'm proud of in my career is that I've spent 8 years in law enforcement, first as an FBI agent and then as a county prosecutor, and I have a lot of respect for law enforcement. It's something I've tried to honor in my life and in my career. And I was very proud to receive officially earlier this week, and we were doing a tour about this, that we've received the endorsement of the Fraternal Order of Police. I'm here with Jay McDonald, the president of the Ohio FOP. It is not a coincidence that Mr. Kasich and his team have chosen this moment where we are starting to coalesce support, particularly around my record on law enforcement and my support for law enforcement, both in my 8 years in law enforcement and also as a mayor and as a county executive, that they have chosen this moment in the campaign to try to inject a personal attack, which is as low as it gets. And I want to give the press some information about that whole situation. And if you'll bear with me, and then I'll take questions for as long as you have questions about it. And Jay is here also to make a few statements and also answer questions to the extent that he can. So when I first started looking at, I'll never forget, when I first started looking at running for governor, a friend of mine said, who happens to be Republican and happens to live in the Columbus area, said, Ed, you know, they are not going to let you go through this campaign with your reputation as you currently enjoy it. They are not going to let you present yourself to the public as a person that's been a father of 4, married for 23 years, and had a background in law enforcement, and as somebody that's cleaned up government. They're not going to let you do that, and they're going to go as low as they need to try to hang on to power. And I said that I you know, maybe if I made a mistake, it was in kind of assuming that if I'd lived my life to a certain standard that I would be immune from that, but I don't think anyone is probably immune from that. And I said, well, I suppose that will happen, and if it happens, I'll deal with it. And I understand that's in the profession that I'm in. And that's what you're seeing the results of here today. And we have evidence that I'm going to talk to you about exactly how closely involved John Kasich's team was in this tactic that they used here today. So